His actions puzzled his contemporaries even during his lifetime. Then biographers and historians guessed and continue to puzzle over the motives of his actions. Having established an absolute monarchy in the empire, Diocletian did not use the fruits of his labors. At the end of the 3rd century, Rome was no longer the same. Conquests ended. From all sides of it plucked barbarians. The provinces announced the separation. In Britain and Egypt, the power seized separatists. A universal end seemed to be coming. Diocletian at this time held the position of protector of the domestics, the personal guard of Emperor Carus. Curiously enough, he came from the lowest ranks, having begun his service as a simple legionary. His father was a freedman and his grandfather a slave. After Carus' death, the army once again appointed Diocletian as ruler. Having pacified the competitors, he showed them unusual for that time leniency, even left them in important positions. Then he began to restore order in the state, rushed like a scalded from end to end of the country, from border to border. And he realized that he could not cope alone, therefore divided the empire into 4 parts and appointed co-rulers, loyal friends Maximian, Constantius, and Galerius, but the supreme leadership left to himself. By common efforts, they were able to strengthen the frontiers. Along the way, Diocletian establishes unprecedented customs, completely eliminates the semblance of the importance of the Senate, and becomes an absolute monarch. Now before him, as before the Eastern despot, all, regardless of position, had to fall down, praise and glory. Once he made Galerius a fellow governor run for a mile after his carriage. The latter had gotten himself in trouble, defeated in a war with the Persians. He dressed accordingly, in lavish oriental clothes, studded with gold and jewelry. But Diocletian did not abuse his position. Under him, only Christians suffered greatly. This time is still called the Great Persecution. Although serious researchers believe this assessment is very exaggerated. Suddenly, when the empire was put in order, Diocletian renounced the throne and became a private person. It was for him the cabbage grown in the vegetable garden became more expensive than absolutism. He can serve as a good example to modern rulers who are too stale in power. It is believed that thanks to his rule, the demise of the Roman Empire was postponed for a century.